Saying. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? Do you want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. Pushed down for the tackle.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these D-ends are licking their chops, and you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. Just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on third down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Saying from the gun on third down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Off and running. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be third and long. Johnson looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Looking for room, it's Jackson. Runs through a tackle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Throwing, say it. Finds his back in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wideout. Here's Sayin to throw. Here's the pressure. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tight end now in motion. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know.
Touchdown! Buckeye! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Number 96, set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's White. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. There he goes. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the 1st quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the 2nd. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Nine-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. play action. Pocket breaking down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Julian saying to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Sayed. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayed. Got him downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Say it. Open on the left side, it's Smith. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's White. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. Now the brain trust will go to work on both sidelines. Johnson looking to throw. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Oakley. Gashing the D on the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He goes right back to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Running inside, it's Jackson.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Wants to throw it again, and why not? The sure hands, it's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He'll pull it down and run. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout taken here. 2nd one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He's going to take off. Got a first down. Finds a crease at the 20. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement, start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Touchdown, Buckeye. Took it all the way back to the house. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. He'll bring it out. It's White. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Makes the grab in their space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. And they got it.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
Moving past the 25, and they're able to get him on the ground. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Johnson looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Inside the 45. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. The run inside. It's Jackson. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get the first through the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Setting up the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Kansas State, 17.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for diving for the score, and the ball's loose. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big
defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after that turnover, and that might well have been the final nail in the coffin for this one. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Seeing on the play action. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Seeing. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Saying. He lets one fly deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. With the catch, it's Jackson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The Wildcats moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Complete on the left to Williams. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start. Makes the catch and he's free. Got some room, entered to the goal line. All the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock.
Open field on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Looking for blockers. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6.
49, Kansas State, 31.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Gonna take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. Man, oh my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Buckeye! And the punishment has been extended.
And that is an outstanding effort offensively to score again. But what's been going on with the tackling defensively, that's been the biggest issue. Sometimes football just comes down to fundamentals or lack thereof. And that's been the case defensively. Just not able to wrap up and get these offensive players onto the ground. 2 huge broken tackles on that long explosive play. And that's been the story for this defense.